It's the heat of the summer that keeps dragging you back in. The rest of us have all found home. It's the same streets that are causing you to sin. The rest of us have up and gone. And you're soaking around the same familiar town. The sweat and the bones you're cracking are begging you to stay. You know it's not that way.
Hey, sorry I didn't put up a video on Friday like I said I would, but this weekend and last week was really busy because someone came to visit me, so I didn't have time. But I'm putting one up now, which is only a couple days after, so I don't feel really bad about it. I just got out of the studio, so my hands are covered in clay. You probably can't see it, there's not a lot of light in this room right now, but I was trying to think of things to talk about, and I decided to talk about something that I have, something that I struggle with, and something that I think that a bunch of people can understand. And I think that I can relate to a lot of people in a lot of situations that have this. I was diagnosed with social anxiety when I was a freshman in college, which was about 3 years ago, and it really sucks to have something like that. And I know that a lot of people say, well, you use it as a crutch or you have something and it's really not that big of a deal, but it's like being afraid of being around people times like 1,000 and not being able to cope with a lot of situations that involve social activities. And it's really hard to deal with when you're around people on a constant basis, and it makes you look like a hermit, or it makes you look like you can't really talk to people. Like if somebody invites you to a party or something like that, you can't really talk to that many people at once, or you can't talk to anybody because there's too many people there, so you kind of sit in the corner. And it's hard because a lot of people say, well, you're just overreacting, or, you know, Mandy, you're paranoid, or some crap like that. And I am constantly in fear on a daily basis of whether or not people are going to accept me, whether or not my friends accept me, and it's really stressful on other people too. People that don't have it, people that are around me that don't have it. And I think that it's an issue that I want other people to understand. And I believe that a lot of other people would want somebody to understand that it's not because you're paranoid, and it's not because you just don't like being around people, it's because you are in this constant state of fear. And I've been working through it, I've been working with it, and I've been trying to live with it and not let it control me. And it's hard, it's really hard to have something like this. And I don't really have that many friends because I don't like to talk to people, because I'm too afraid that introducing myself to someone new, I'm going to make them not like me in an instant, and then all this bad stuff will happen. Like they'll have other people tell other people that, I don't know, I'm this loser, and have other people not talk to me. And it sounds ridiculous, and it sounds like paranoia, and it sounds way over the top, but it's something that I can't really control. And I know that with a lot of work and a lot of effort, it's something that you can live with, and it's something that you can deal with, and it's something that you can overcome. But it's really hard to find people around you that are understanding about such an issue, because a lot of people don't understand why. And a lot of people mistake it for paranoia, when paranoia really isn't a disorder. Paranoia is like symptoms to other disorders, and it's not paranoia, it's fear, and it's anxiety, and it controls a lot of people. and I don't know how to get other people to understand, and I don't know how to get other people to listen to me talk about it, because I know that a lot of people think that it's stupid or it's something that you could just get over, and I don't believe in taking medication to stop this problem, because I don't believe that it helps. I've tried it and it didn't really help me all that much. But I'm coping with it, and it's really hard when you have people around you that don't understand. It's really hard when you have people that say that they're your friends and say that they want to help you and they care about you, and when really it comes down to it, they can't really like help as much as you need them to, or they can't deal with how severe the problem affects you, and it turns them off from you, and all it does is it makes it more apparent that people aren't really going to accept you, and it makes it more apparent that all people really are going to do is hurt you, when really that's not the case. But it's so predominant in your mind that this is what you're constantly thinking, so it's really hard to talk to other people, and it's really hard to get people to understand with who don't have it. And I encourage people that don't have it, and I encourage people that know people that have it, and even people that do have it, to try to understand it, to look it up, to read about it, to talk about it. I think that it affects a lot of people, and I mean anxiety in general, it affects a lot of people. I have a lot of anxiety issues within myself, and I've been trying to work through them, and it's really hard, and it's really hard to work through something like that when people are around you telling you that it's not really that big of a deal, when there's people around you telling you that, you know, it shouldn't be this thing that bothers you, and it's this thing that's inside of you, and it's this thing that you think about, and it bothers you, and it's going to bother you. It's not going to just go away, and a lot of people expect it to just go away, and I want people to not expect that, and I want people to care that it affects other people, and to understand how it affects other people.
It worries me that there's someone on my mind who I don't see. I close my eyes to disappear into the fields of stars between my ears. The dark airs, they overlap. We follow one another as we fade to black.